Okay, everybody, so now I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna lay out all of the colors in my palette, okay, because the colors look very different compared to they're in the pan and on paper. So I'm gonna show you the difference. So basically, if you want, you can do a chart of your palette if you want. So here is basically what my palette looks like. You can do a bigger one if you want. For me, I just want to do just a smaller one. Just what I have. So this part here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here I have a big one here. So this one is a full pan I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's what my palette looks like. So you're gonna do a quick drawing of your palette, okay, with all of these grids, these pans, and then I'm gonna test all of these colors as they are, no mixing. This one is like a light green here. See, nice and fresh green here. This one is burnt sienna. I think I use this color very often when I'm painting bread or I'm painting the ground with a lot of earth. I use this color, and here is the lemon yellow. And here I have orange. Then I have red. After that I have this white. So when we're painting with watercolors, you don't have to use white, right? For example, if you want to have pink, you can just put a lot of water to the red and it's gonna turn pink. So I will show you that later in the next lesson. Whoops. The next one is, this one is yellow ochre. It's like the color of earth. Here we are. This one is white. Yes. And this one is a turquoise blue. I really like this color when I paint water or sky sometimes. This one I think is ultramarine blue. Okay, it's a nice color for painting the sky and the water. This one is viridian green. Sometimes I use this a lot for painting water and for mixing my own green for plants. This one is again cerulean blue for sky or for water. This one is black. And this one is a purple. Yes, it's a nice purple, I like it. Alright, so that's all the colors I have in my current palette. Okay everyone, so in this section I will show you how to mix the tints and shades for the colors in your palette. So when we're painting later on, when we're painting apples, when we're painting other objects, we'll need to mix these colors a little bit lighter and lighter, or having a shade on top. So when we paint, we don't usually just use the original colors and put it on there, so we need to do blending, we need to add shade on top, or sometimes we have to make the color even more transparent. For example, when we're painting glass objects, we have to dilute the colors to a very watery effect. Okay, so now let's start with drawing a chart. So now I'm gonna do the tints for red. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the strongest, and then gradually I'm gonna add more and more water, and it's gonna become very watery. And for this one, I'm gonna do blue. Same thing here. For this one, I would like to do green. Okay, not the primary color. I want to do green. Yellow is a bit tricky because yellow is already very light in intensity, so it's challenging to do a gradation of yellow from dark to light. So I'm going to start with the strongest red right over here, right, nice and strong. And then I'm going to dip my brush in water, adding a little bit of water in it so it looks lighter. Alright, dip my brush in the water even more and mix so it looks even lighter, even lighter. Even more water in here. Lighter and lighter. Almost lastly, this is almost water, okay? You have a super light red. Now it's not, these colors not really red anymore. So these are like pinks, almost like skin color, all right? So you can see you don't have to add white to the red to mix pink. You can just do it by simply adding more and more water. Now I'm gonna do blue. Do the cerulean blue. Nice and strong. Second one, it's already very light. Super, super light, right? So for blues, if you're painting clouds or sky, it's so good to know how to dilute your blues. I'm gonna do green. It's viridian green here. Nice and strong here. And adding a little bit of water. Even more water. And almost clean brush, alright? So it's very important to understand that you're able to create tints by just adding water to the colors in your palette. Now I'm going to show you how to add the shade for red, blue, and green, okay? Maybe let's do a yellow too. So I'm gonna do a circle of red. I'm gonna paint the inside. I'm gonna let it dry. I'll do a yellow here. This is like the traffic light, a little bit. Let's do a green if you want. This is almost like a traffic light. Okay, let these dots dry before I add a shade for them, okay? Okay, now these colors are dried and I'm gonna show you how to add a layer of shade on top. So be really careful, make sure these colors are dried before you add a shade on top, okay? Make sure these are dried. And so let's see. So let's refer to the color wheel that we have. Okay, so let's do a little bit review of the color wheel. So now I'm gonna work on the red, okay? So let's look at the color wheel. Red is right here, okay? What is the opposite color of red on the color wheel? It's green, right? Red versus green. So if you wanna make a shade on top of red, you need to mix a little bit green into the red, okay? To create that color. I'll show you how now. So basically here's my green. And I have some red over here, all right? I think I need a little bit more red right here. So this is the color, the shade color for red, okay? So if you're painting a ball, and definitely it will have some shade on this surface. So I'm gonna do that over here. All right. So this is the shade color for red by mixing green and red together, okay? So green and red together, you will have the shade for red. So later on when we paint apples or tomatoes, this is the beginning concept. Now I'm gonna work on yellow, okay? Let's check on the color wheel. So here is yellow. What is the color opposite to yellow? Or its complementary color? It's purple, right? Yellow is opposite to purple. And now I already have a kind of purple over here. I'll grab some yellow. And I already have a purple here. This one is a little bit dirty purple now. This is the shade color for purple. Okay, I'm gonna mix a little bit more. So I need yellow and I need some purple. Oops. So make sure you don't put too much purple into the yellow or else it's gonna get too dark. Okay, here it is. Or this. It depends on the intensity of the shade. So here, if you have it, this is the shade color for yellow. Okay, so if you're painting a banana, then some parts of it away from the light source is gonna be this color. All right, now I'm gonna work on the blue. Let's check on the color wheel again. So blue is here. What is the color opposite to blue? It's kind of like orange. I would say orange versus blue. So I'm gonna grab some of my orange from here. Mix it into my blue. It's kind of like a dirty greenish color here. It's kind of like this color. Let's try again. Kind of like this colors. Really depend on the how much you add to it, or even this one. More. Ooh, or even some greenish color. There's so many different kind of shades that you can make. There's no single right answer. Okay, now I get kind of like a greenish color. There's no single right answer for. So again, green, we know the opposite color to green is red, right? Mix a little bit red into my green here. So ooh, that's very intense. Or even sometimes this one. I think this is good. This is the shade color for green by mixing a little bit of red in it. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the shade of blue. So you can also mix red with blue to make a shade color for the blue too. So I'm going to try another version. So red and blue, so it's purple. Okay, this one sometimes can also be the shade color for blue. Okay, it's very dark. Yep. Alright, here we go. So basically there are no super strict rules on how to mix certain colors. So what I just show you is just the basic ideas. So you can, you know, keep playing with your colors, keep experimenting, and also different brands of watercolors will give you different results, right? And also every time you try to mix certain colors, it's gonna turn out a little bit different. So, you know, that's the fun part about painting. You're never gonna get exactly the same color again. So yeah, so it's fun. So overall, what I would like to say is that when we're painting, you know, something red, yellow, blue, and green, there's so many different kind of shades that you can mix depending on the lighting condition and depending on the surroundings. You're gonna see different kinds of shades, you know, for each single color. So there's no correct answer on, you know, on which color is correct for the shade of each color. So you're just gonna play and then use your observational skills to decide which shade color you want to use on top for your basic color.